The race to November is on. What do I mean by this? Well, the animated feature that I've been working on called the Arbiters, we plan to have all the storyboards done, placed into an animatic with, temporary drafts of music and rough sound effects and kind of a temporary voice cast to bring it all to life and to be able to showcase this to our internal team, but as well as any of the investors we've been speaking with and so forth. And the reason why in particular November is the deadline for this, it's kind of a self-imposed deadline, but in November is the American film market, and that's when people from all over the world come to Los Angeles, and the American film market is buyers of films, as the name implies. So it's a lot of distribution companies and so forth that want to sell these slates, and they want to sell them to different territories and so forth, right? And we want to highlight and use that opportunity because they're here in Los Angeles where we are to showcase like, hey, here's what we have. It's not complete, but we can start talking about those various distribution channels and deals and pre-sales and so forth to then leverage and, in tandem with our investors, like get the funding necessary. So that's a big component to it. And so when you look at it to November, we have roughly 3 months, slightly less now. So right now, we're about halfway done with the movie, which is scary because up until this point, it has taken us a while to get to this point. But we were also working at a different pace. Now, knowing that we want to meet November, we have assigned more artists that were part of the team and doing, let's say, concept design and other parts of the project. We said, hey, let's dial it back, and you're now assigned to storyboards as well. And so, we've upped that pace, and whereas people were more part-time on the project, we've now brought them up to being full-time on the project, so that way we can get to the November deadline. And we'll see if we ultimately do or don't. It's not necessarily going to be like the make or break of it. We'll certainly make significant progress and can, leverage that regardless. But it would be fun and nice to be able to have a full movie. And part of it also too, November is my birthday, November 10th. And it'd be fun to just get to watch the movie on my birthday and be a fan again and see the reason why I did all this. Now, as far as the process of all of this, each and every week the artist and I have a weekly meeting, and we've had this for since the start of this year, essentially, and we've made tremendous progress in that way, and we continue to do that. But throughout the week, I'm getting more and more storyboard panels to revise because of the greater number of output on their end. And throughout the week, I'm constantly getting ahead on my shot listing. So I'm trying to give us as much lead room for them to be able to continue working as possible. And what that means is, we have this grid of all the shots. Everything's labeled of what scene number it is, what shot number overall in terms of the movie. Then we have a description and what part of the script it covers. And then we track it of okay, has this been done? Is it in revision? Is it in review? Which part of the stage it's at. And, in order for them to keep working, since we only have that one weekly meeting, I'm constantly, coming up with, okay, what do we have next in terms of the story and what types of shots should we get? And then I'll record a screen capture of me going over those shots, pulling reference images, and so forth. And one of the big new things as part of this, like up until this point, I had been doing my very crude versions of floor plans. And when I say crude, I mean very crude, like just, their bird's eye view of whatever location it is, mostly for staging, but the details and the scale is just atrocious. It's just, and thankfully the artists are very good at, interpreting that. But now more and more so, as we get into more complex scenes with chases, like that's the other part of this, is that the second half of the movie really becomes complex. There's a lot of characters within a scene. These are large, expansive locations, and a lot's going on. So keeping track of all of that, and so I felt it would be best to bring in artists that can help me translate those very crude drawings into something more detailed, more specific. And so in that way, I've been working with new team members to bring those ideas to life, and they've been absolutely wonderful creating these locations so far and bring those to life. So going back to that idea of, regardless of what happens, whether or not we finish, it's really exciting to see this amount of work being produced, and it's looking so well, and we're really bringing this project to life. And that's ultimately the part that I want anyone come November and beyond to really recognize. Like, we're not, when people say we're in development of a project, sure, no disrespect to them, but they might be revising the script, maybe they'll kind of have a pitch deck and so forth, but it's part of the process. They need to be taking meetings and talking to people, and we certainly are doing that side of things, right? We're meeting with actors, we're meeting with investors, we're doing all these things continually, and fingers crossed, there's 3 actors at the moment that we're speaking with, that pretty much we've agreed, kind of on pricing, things like that. Now we just got to work out the full paperwork of everything. And even then, as Mahershala Ali will tell you, even once something is signed, doesn't mean it's going to get done, right? I'm talking about Blade. He's been signed on to do Blade for, I don't know, almost a decade, and that has yet to perspire with Marvel. But for us, right, we do have that intention of doing this project, because we are doing the project. And so it's not just that we're out there pitching this and trying to get it off the ground. There's tangible things that are happening. And, by having a full animatic, that's going to really, I don't know, there's just some, like, literally tangible to that people can be like, oh, wow, okay, I can see the movie. And even our own internal team, right? Let's say John Comfort and Sarah Stretton, who have been helping me draft the story from day one, who have known every single intention and have worked on with me every single version of the script, even they are now starting to be like, oh, I get where you were going with this, and things like that. And, part of doing this entire process was to see, okay, story-wise, what's working, what's not, and things like that. And I think there's a few things that we can help clarify visually through simple means. And so we're getting to a simpler version of the story. And simple doesn't mean bad. I think the best stories ever are, told very simply, but they go in depth with the subject matter. And so we continue to do that. And then there's moments where I'm looking at it, oh, we can let something breathe and allow for this moment. So, that's been really exciting. And as part of this whole venture, as of now, we have a date on the calendar for September 20th. So as of now, still a while away, but also not. And that date is to record all the temporary voices. So just a small group of actor friends, we're going to get together and do, in a way, a table read, except we're not going to be reading the action. We're just going to go through the dialogue only. And everyone's going to play a character. Many people will play multiple characters. And it's not about necessarily the right voice fit. It's just more about their intentionality and things like that. And just so the animatic is brought to life in a way, right? Through their words. Because right now, unfortunately, the animatic we do have is literally just my voice for every character. And thank God, we review it as a team with the animation team, and they're watching it and really falling in love with it. So that's the fun part, when you can fall in love with it despite that, and we know how much better and what we envision for it. So by just introducing not the same voices for every character will enhance it tremendously. So we've got that on the books that we're working towards. As I said, we're going to be doing very rough sound effects, music, and things of that nature. That'll help enhance everything. So it's been wonderful, and it continues to be a grind. But what fuels me about the project is when I get to see, just that final result, just that animatic, and we're further along in the story and seeing it come to life and seeing people's reactions on the internal team when they get to watch it and see their excitement that they're part of something that they really believe in. This isn't just a paycheck for them. So that's exciting. And to that end, regardless of what comes, let's say in November and whatever, last year we applied to the Honesty Residency, which is part of the Animation Festival, the biggest animation event in the world. And before that event, they do a 3 months residency leading up to that event with projects that they select that are in sort of a development phase. And we technically are too, right? I read the rules very carefully to make sure we qualified. And I said, okay, I think we can apply again, and we still qualify, right? And it would still benefit us because while we have the storyboards, we're still in that phase where those storyboards need to be translated into layouts, what's called the layout, which is a much cleaner version of the storyboard. Now you're starting to get into the spaces, the exact framing, the lines of the characters. It's just a more precise version of the storyboards. The storyboards themselves can be a little bit more representative, right? They don't have to be exact, but the layout, that's the first time you're starting to see the exactness of the final image. And so the residency can be used for that. And so I'm working on an application for that. The deadline for that is the start of September. And, one would think that since we applied last year, I can, for the most part, just copy and paste it. But a lot's changed, in terms of progress, little things here and there about the story, and also how I view the story. And so, we're updating that. And I also don't feel like the committee that is making these selections would want to read the same thing again. So, just kind of finessing it a little bit, not for the sake of different, but in a way that hopefully is enhancing of it and strengthens our argument on why we would be worthy of this residency. They only pick, I believe, 3 people. And last year they had around 60 applicants. So, it's very tight margins, but it'd be fun. And the dream for me is that the storyboard artist currently, you know, who's been doing the majority of the work, his name is Franz, he would get to go. You know, he's from the Philippines, and it'd be exciting for him to travel, right? And to continue his craft. You know, he's a younger guy. It would help, you know, not only this project, but his career. And I don't know, I think it would just be a fun reward for the work that he's put in. And obviously it benefits the project, but in my heart of hearts, like, I just look at it like it would be really amazing if he got to go, if we were just selected. So fingers crossed for that. But that's kind of the long and short of it, you know, of what we've got going on. As always, you know, with my vlogs, I aim to highlight my creative journey in hopes of inspiring you and giving you a specific takeaway. But if there's any questions you have about anything that I've mentioned or anything beyond that, right? You know, this is something very singular, but you know, you of course are navigating different aspects. So whatever you might be going through, feel free to share, you know, share the victories, share the questions, you know, happy to try to answer things in the future if I can. That's what, for me, it's all about at the end of the day. I do these episodes to try to bring value to you as much as possible. So thank you for taking time to tune in. I truly do appreciate you. I hope to see you next time.
If you found something useful, consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing with friends, and you can explore my films, books, and writing at Svitek.com. And if you want deeper access, direct interaction, and ways to support my creative work, I have a Patreon page. Everything's linked in the description. However you engage, thanks for being a part of it.